Hey everybody, welcome to the shop. So this is going to be a little different video than what we normally do. I'm sure most of you out there have heard about the fires here in California, particularly the Kincade fire. So my buddy who has a hunting cabin that we go to quite regularly, his cabin is right in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but it's in the the fire zone up there. So last weekend we took a ride up there to see what the damages were. There between him and the next landowner, there's a total of 7 cabins. Well, now there's only 1 cabin, so 6 of them are gone. 3 of them were, in a pretty sad state of repair. Anyways, they were pretty much abandoned, not being used. But the other 3 were still in use, and one of them in particular was really nice. So pretty sad. But anyways, we got up there. It took us a while to get in, and I got a lot of footage. So I'm going to end up making this a 3-part video. So part 1 will be just getting into the property and getting down and looking at the cabins. It pretty much took us all day just to access. We had to clear some trees that were in the road that had fallen, had to cut them out. And we were stopping along the way to shoot a little video and talk to some of the firefighters and other landowners. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy it. It's a little different than what we normally do, and I'm just going to throw a note in there that these forests are overgrown. The last time a major fire went through this area was in the 40s. So the brush and the undergrowth and everything was just incredibly thick. So it's actually a needed thing to keep the forest healthy. Unfortunately, people's homes and structures get in the way, and politics and everything else. The management of the forest is not the way it was historically or should be. So anyways, once again, part 1 will be just getting to the cabins and showing the condition and so forth. Part 2, this is going to be interesting. So part 2, we had some trail cams set up, and most of them burned up, but 3 of them survived. One of them was half melted, but the chip was still good. We've got some unbelievable footage of one of the cabins burning. So I'm going to put that in part 2, and then part 3 is just going to be like a random clips and just checking out the forest and the surrounding countryside and so forth. So hope you guys enjoy it. Let's take a look. Looks like we got a command center here. Got a couple dozers, a bunch more over here. So we're just on the outskirts of Middletown is where we are right now. Coming up to our first gate, and they got the gate open, obviously. Probably not showing up on the camera, but we can see a lot of fire retardant on a lot of the trees up here, way up top. Got a bunch of guys, Cal Fire guys, staged here. Or that's in Nevada. That's Nevada. Yeah. This is one of the flat areas about halfway up. Yeah, this used to be really rocky and you know, just a basic road. It's pretty, it's like a highway. And we got another gate coming up. If the gate's still intact, we heard they may have clipped it with the dozer.
Yep.
Yep, they sure did. So we lost one of our poles here. Luckily, the one for the gate is still there, just the other one. We're in a real heavy canopy area here. The fire never got down here. You can see how thick this stuff is. Jeez. Our road has just turned to powder here. There's been so much traffic on it. We can smell the burn now. Well, here's a water dip. Yeah, they're bringing the water line down our road.
Oh, I did burn in here, Dean.
Oh, okay.
Why are they getting water?
Yeah, so it burned in here.
I did.
Yeah, this is all burned underneath here. Didn't hurt the trees at all. It just burnt the grass. Oh, here we go. Fire truck go by. Oh, here's the crew up here. Well, let me stop and talk to these guys. All right, we're still going on up. Yeah. So this is kind of one of our meadows that we hunt right here, or watch. Yeah. We still got something smoldering up on the hill here. All right. We're gonna have to talk to these guys. All right, we made a space so we can get by us, or we can get by him, and then we're gonna head up. All right, we're heading back up. We're continuing back up.
Punched our road again.
Yeah.
Fix that.
Yeah, so we got a couple gates here. We got one for the county road, which we call the East Road, and then which is up there, and then this is our road here. Yeah. Well, the poster there, they just took the cable down.
Did you cut both locks?
Looks like both locks are off. All right, so this side over here is that side. Yeah, this is our corner, return. There's our upper gate right there. It's still locked. No, they didn't touch it. They haven't been out there at all. Alright, so now we're going to go over and check out our next door neighbor here.
Yeah, smoke right here.
Up here we got a couple big meadows.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they've opened Don's Road back up again.
Someone that did not run.
Okay, down in here, cabin is down here in that area. I didn't know they could do that. So he can control how much he dumps. That's interesting. So this is the other landowners road here up here at the top, and we heard his cabin is destroyed. Well, they had 3 cabins over here. All 3 are gone. Yep. Okay, walking back in here where Don's cabins used to be. This is kind of their picnic area here. Okay, that used to be a cab over camper. It was just the camper that they had here on, they had it on some kind of a platform. So, not much left. Dang. Just left with the refrigerator. Well, the metal patio furniture held up pretty good. Bench top's gone. Fire pit's still good. Alright, so up here was one of the big cabins. Matt's already up there. Pretty sad. Oh man, look at that. Aluminum ladder. Melted. So this was a pretty good sized cabin. Had a beautiful view from up here. Wow. Propane tanks. Well, there's still some spots burning here. Doing some filming right now. I got three smoke plumes going right now. Yeah, and they got the helicopters up here with the water bucket dropping water. And they got a bunch of fire crews up here. Yeah, helicopters coming back. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this was a really neat cabin. I mean, it was in pretty rough shape, but it had a really nice deck out here. You know, everything was suspended above the rocks here, and you had a deck where you could just, you know, look out over the countryside. So down here was, this is sad, this was really a nice cabin that was down here. Yeah, dang. Yeah, this was really just a neat little cabin. Wow. Man. So I'll see if I can put in some photos of what it used to look like. You know, see where that little workmate deal is there. You'll be able to see that. Man, really a shame. There's this generator. I think that had a little house around it. And right there, he had carved a totem pole That's all that's left of the totem pole. Man. It's weird because there's spots where there's hardly touched at all, and then, you know, right around these cabins is where it burned the hottest. All right, we're gonna walk down. There's a real old, or was a really old cabin down below here. Just to show you, this fire retardant works. Right next to here is burnt, not burnt. Alright, well down there was the old cabin. It hadn't been used in years, but it's a shame to see it gone. Okay, we're heading down our road here.
66 tires.
Yeah, I have to get out and move these rocks on here.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know, Dean. I don't think that camera's gonna survive.
Yeah, we got a trail cam down the hill here. We're gonna run down and grab it, or see if it's still there. Yeah, this was all just solid manzanita through here before.
Well, this looks like the easiest spot.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get out and go down the trail here. Okay, this was our trail. This was just this was a really narrow trail. You could just squeeze through here. Well, no problem now. Our trail went through there. We don't have to go through there anymore. Yeah, it looks like the fire went through down where the camera is. Yeah, we still got some smoke down here.
Hope they don't dump water on us.
Yeah. Well, here's a little bit of our old trail.
This might be for us, so I would stay right here.
Yeah. We're going to stay here in the open so that he knows we're here.
Big old water truck.
Yeah. Oh, our log is gone.
Oh, yeah.
Used to be a log here. We'd watch the foxes and stuff crawl along this log on the camera.
Yeah, camera torch.
Oh man. And the spring. Oh, there's a little bit of water in the spring still. Well, maybe the chip is okay. I don't know. What do you think? Think that'll play? Well, look though. There's been animals using this trail. And we got a tree burning here. See if we can get a close up. There's an old, that's been there for years. Yeah, this tree was already dead. It was probably a beetle kill, or so it's gonna probably fall. So I don't want to stay here very long.
okay.
Yeah, because this is a kind of a wet area normally down in here. But when you got that kind of heat, you know, it just cooks everything. Well, there's still water flowing. All right. And that was probably one of the good cameras too. Yeah, one of the stealths.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's weird is that, like this brush right here, why couldn't it burn? I mean, that's the stuff we want to get rid of. And no, it just burns the open areas. Well, this torch's pretty good. This is pretty brushy up here before. All right, I'm walking ahead. We've already had to clear a few things out of the road here to get through. Yeah, you couldn't even see out here before, so. Yeah, this torch is pretty good. This is kind of what we were expecting everything to look like, but there's spots that hardly burned at all, you know, back behind us. All right, I gotta move these branches. I'm gonna shut you guys off for a minute. Okay, we're still continuing down here. Had to move quite a few branches. Let me get this one real quick. Okay. We got a couple more trail cams down this way, so. Let's see if they survived. We did some clearing in here a few years ago, some of the underbrush, but it still torched it pretty good. Most of the trees are going to be all right. Let me get this. Okay. All right, we're going to have some work to do here. Well, we brought several saws, so we'll get this cut out of here. Yep. Okay, guys, we're gonna be here a while.
That one's not horrible. Oh, they're trying to see what we're doing.
Yeah. No, he just made a drop. Okay.
Yeah, it's still standing.
Matt's got a tree stand down there, and there's a camera down there somewhere, so he's going to check it out. I'm going to go this way. We got this mess cleaned up. That was a pretty decent sized tree. Took us maybe 20 minutes or so. Got some good firewood we can haul home. Okay. Still got some smoke over here. The helicopters, I mean, they're coming within probably 100 feet of us. They're dropping water all around us. They can see us. We're staying out in the open. And we talked to one of the commanders up on top of the hill there. Okay, so it went up here. We were expecting this whole mountainside to look like this. But it looks like it's just this one swath right here. Back over that way still looks pretty intact. And this is overgrown forest. It needs this. In fact, it needs it even more. Okay. Okay, this used to be so thick you couldn't even see through here. Oh, this is one of the meadows down here. Well, that's what you got. Okay, I'm gonna go try to find this camera. Guys are looking for hot spots. He's getting ready to make a drop right about where I was going to go. So we're going to wait a while. See what they do here. All right, we're going over this way, so I'll take a quick run over there.
Big oak too, damn it.
Okay, well, this one's going to take a little while to cut.
We could certainly walk down to the cabin. Let's take a look. Is there any way around? No.
Yeah, that's a serious oak tree there.
We might, God, if they had a dozer up on the ridge. I don't really want to wheel that generator.
All right, we got to do some planning.
Well,
Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, this one's no problem. Most of it is off the road. The road's right here. Yeah, so. All right, so that big tree is going to be the problem one. Well, we're almost to the cabin, so I mean we can walk down, no problem. But it'd be nice to be able to drive down. We got this tree cut out. Yeah. Oh, you got 2 feet over here.
still?
Yep. Still got 2 feet. Now you got a foot. Alright, that was a serious tree to cut out of there. It took us a good hour. Clip this one.
That's full fire right there. Look.
Oh yeah. Got burnage over here. Okay, so we're to the first cabin here.
Yeah, this one's gone too if I left it up here. I put it there, didn't we?
Yeah, we're supposed to have a camera up here. All right. Well, here's Mike's cabin. Yeah, this is pretty sad. I mean, this cabin was derelict anyways, but it was salvageable. You know, it could have been cleaned up, but you know, nobody had used this in 20 years. Oh, look, barbecue survived good. Yeah, she's pretty cooked. Refrigerators, water cooler, water heater. Well, pretty sad. Okay, this will give an idea of how windy it must have been. So here's this little picnic table, and you can see the umbrella pole. The top ended up way over here. Man. That's what's left of the generator shed. Dang. This sink might still be good. It's weird. See these silver spots? That's melted zinc or pot metal from the faucet. All right, this is
I got a leak.
Junior's cabinet or cabin. Sorry.
I don't think we have to worry about a leak, Dean.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 motorcycles, Dean.
Oh man. So this was his storage shed, and you can't even tell what kind of motorcycles they were. I know they were still usable. When his son would come up, he'd ride up to our cabin. Wow. Welded right to it. Generator. The other generator. Yeah. Look at, is this molten or melted aluminum?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, look at this, like weird.
So he was a tile setter, okay? And this was when he did tile. I remember him telling me. Mike has one too. This
Oh.
is probably from the 40s.
Yeah, yeah. So this used to be the porch over here. Refrigerator sat out on the porch.
Yep, there's the reality.
Yep, not pretty. So here's our road going down to the next 2 cabins. And this is how weird fire is. So up there, it's just like a perfect line where nothing was touched. And then down here, it's just cooked. Wow. Here's our here's our water supply line, what's left of it. We're gonna go up and see if we still have a water tank. The water supply line just kind of followed the road. All right, well, let's go up and see if we have a water tank. All right, we're heading down to the last 2 cabins. This is one we already showed you here. Actually, I'm gonna yeah, one spot here, green trees, weird. So this is the original old cabin up here. Well, it was the original old cabin. All right, we're gonna go take a look.
We got a tree across it.
There's the old cabin. One of the other landowners still uses this one. It was built, like I want to say, in the 1920s. It's been there a long time. All right, let's go on down. When was this cabin built, Matt?
Probably in
1920s?
20s or teens. Long time ago.
Oh, that's why that one's still up. Metal
Yeah, it's all
studs.
metal, yeah.
So that was the shower, right? And they had the
Yeah.
tanks on top. Holy moly.
Here's what got him. He only weed whacked to like right here.
Okay.
Well, obviously. See?
Yeah, it came in the back right here. Yeah, because Bob actually had done a pretty good job of clearing around this cabin, but he missed a few spots. That's all it takes. Dang. And this used to be solid brush up there. Wow. So that's the generator house. Last fire back in 2004, that was the only casualty. We had to rebuild this generator house. Yeah, you see this? This has all been weed whacked. Didn't touch it. All right, well, this is gonna be a moment of truth here. Matt's cabin is down over this hillside. Wow, that is a good looking site right there. Oh man, that is, wow.
All our hard work right there.
Yeah, well, I think we had a little help from above, but
Oh, absolutely.
you know, we keep this yard clear. You know, we don't let any grass or anything get near the cabin.
Dean, there is no wood in that woodshed.
Wow, okay, we're gonna check that out later. We have a woodshed that was completely full and now it's completely empty. That is weird. Wow.
Did it burn? I think it burned.
It had to have. Let's see if I can zoom in on it here. Yeah, we'll get down there. We'll take another look. We got another tree to cut out of the road before we get down there.
Dean, there's not a piece of wood in there.
Yeah. So these little manzanitas here, I cut all the lower branches earlier this year, raised them up, and these little pines, cut all the bottom branches. You know, we don't leave any low branches. This stuff over here was getting too thick to maintain, but it was still a ways back from the cabin. Man. Yeah, and then this little hillside right here, it was pretty brushy, so it had a lot of fuel. And up there where Matt's going, that was all brush up there. Okay, so we're up above the old cabin. So this area was all thick brush, like that up there, okay? All this looked like that originally. Here's the top of backside of Pine Mountain up there. So that cooked pretty good. Yeah. Well, I mean, this may sound bad, but we were hoping that all this up here would be burned because it's not healthy. It's overgrown, and I'm surprised it didn't. Because I don't think the Cal Fire was doing anything here. They were concentrating on saving the towns down below. They were just letting this burn, but it's weird how the fire picks different directions and spots to burn.
That's like the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, this burned hot here.
Look at there, there's nothing on that.
Yeah, weird, like right there, okay? How does that happen? How does that cook right in the middle of all that brush and everything else around it is fine? Unless they did a water drop. They might have hit it with water. And then up there, that's cooked. Weird. This was a beautiful old stove. It was in really great condition. It was Matt's dad's grandmother's stove originally. It's probably the biggest loss of everything here. All right, so here we go. So it doesn't look like there's any fire in the yard here at all. It came up right to here. These are the generator sheds. Burned right to them. Deer house. Or a regular shed. I mean, it looks just like it was when we left here, oh, I guess it's a month and a half ago. Oh, now it did burn down here, okay? Yeah, we didn't get down here to clear this is good. It was stuff like this, right? Flat, but this is the thing that we're just really blown away at. Is this woodshed. I mean, we had this thing full, bottom to top with oak.
There's not a lot of ash.
Man, I would have thought it would have just melted this thing down to nothing, but
It held up decent.
wow, that is bizarre. Wow, man. Down below here. Oh no, our blackberry bush. Oh, okay. Well, it'll grow back.
So I got a camera there. That's good. It's still good.
Yeah. So this is the amazing thing. I mean, you know, we keep the yard clean. And
Although if those leaves would have started, it could have started it.
yeah, we'll get a close look around here. See how close it got.
Right here.
Yeah, got to our rock wall here. Wow. And it didn't burn those leaves. If those leaves there would have caught, it would have gone up. Man, that's luck. Okay, so we had this little fence. This catches, you know, pine cones and stuff rolling down the hill. And it did its job. Oh, wow. There used to be a big stump here because there was a big tree here years ago. This was a big pine tree. It's like a mine shaft now. That is weird. Our solar water heater. It survived. We spray Roundup around that to keep the grass
Yeah,
away
we lost
from it.
a little of it.
Yeah. And then these trees actually held up pretty good up here. You know, we cut the lower limbs on them. And like I say, I did this one and all these little ones back in the spring. Wow. Yeah, look here. So there was a couple spots. I mean, we kind of ran out of time, so we had a few spots where there were some pine needles and stuff that we didn't get raked up. And look, that's what happens. Yeah. So we got, you know, metal roof, metal sides. We do have wood coverings on the windows. This is probably not too smart. We're gonna have to get this stuff away from the cabin, although nothing's gonna happen now. But
That stuff got it too.
yeah, those are window screens back there. I think that's all metal stuff. Yeah, our outdoor bathroom. Burned out this stump. Okay. We kept some spare lumber behind the woodshed here on top of these pier blocks, and it was a stack probably 1.5 feet high, and of course it's gone, and some of it rolled down the hill here. One piece is way down there. Wow. Yeah, and this was all, you know, grassy brush back in here. Yeah, and this was all brush. Let me take a walk up over here.